Hi, welcome to the Eastern Township School Board series of videos. In this module, we're going to be looking at security on the internet, part of the Introduction to Technologies for Learning course. So here's the top 10 list of secure computing tips. First of all, you are a target to hackers. Just because you think, well, I'm nobody, nobody's going to hack me. Well, think again. Hackers use little bots that go on the internet and will actually go from place to place looking for little cracks they can exploit. So just be careful and follow the following tips and you should be okay. Keep your software up to date. Very important. Your computer does that automatically. Whether you're on a Windows or Mac, it'll ask you once in a while to update there's a new update that click the button to update. Always follow those. Those will keep you up to date with the latest tricks that hackers try to use. Avoid phishing scams. Very important. If you receive an email from a reputed source, for example, in Netflix or Amazon, things that we use a lot, often you'll receive an email saying somebody's trying to get into your Amazon account. Please click on the link and change your password. Well, if you do that, they are grabbing your password and you're giving it to them. So if you have, for example, an email from Netflix telling you that there's a problem with your account, to change your settings, click on the link. Do not click on the link. If you need to change your password in Amazon or Facebook or Netflix, go directly to the website in the browser and then change your preferences. Do not click on emails. Practice good password management. Very important. Do not use the same password for everything, because if somebody grabs your password, then they'll have access to your bank account, your Facebook account, so on and so forth. So use different passwords. It could be just the same password with a tiny change on it. Change your password once in a while, at least once a year. Change your passwords. Computers nowadays will keep track of your password, so it makes it a little bit easier. You can also write them down somewhere and don't store them in your computer. That way people can't, if they have access to your computer, they won't have access to your password. As I said before, be careful what you click. If you're, especially with emails, when you click on an email and you're not sure what it is, they will actually grab your information because you clicked on it, and at the very least you verify that you are a real account. So that will trigger a flag for them and they'll get after you. So be careful not to click what looks too good or what looks legit but shouldn't be legit. Never leave devices unattended. So first of all, you don't want your devices to be stolen, but second of all, if you already are in your device, then somebody can come in and look at your data. Safeguard your protected data. As I said before, if you have passwords, maybe write them down in a book somewhere, in a notepad somewhere that you have access to, but people that would have your phone or your computer wouldn't have access to. Use your mobile devices safely. So just be careful when you're using your mobile device that always lock them. Always put a PIN or a password so that if somebody tries to grab it, they're not going to be able to go into your phone. It's a minor annoyance, but it's very important that, and most devices nowadays feature a way to track them. So they're very hard to get into if they don't have the password. Also, do invest in an antivirus, anti-malware protection. So those are fairly good. There's quite a few programs that are available. You can do a quick search for antivirus best to use or something like that in the browser, and then it'll give you an idea. Most of them have monthly subscriptions, but depending if you have very important information to safeguard, then that would be worth it. If not, then, and if you're using Google Apps and Google Drive, you're fairly well protected. And frankly, if you're using school things, do you really care that somebody grabs your text? And number 10, back up your data. I have horror stories to tell you about people losing their data. So always use a backup. You can purchase an external USB drive for something that's fairly cheap nowadays and keep a backup of your data. Also, keep it somewhere else than with your computer, because if there's a fire or theft and they grab both, then you lose everything. So back up your data, leave it somewhere else, and you'll be okay. So following these tips, pretty simple. Most of them are just good old common sense. You'll be okay.